5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now, because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code. With your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Well, here we are. Don't mind me, Melanie. We're here on 90 News, but I'm taking a picture for the Instagram.
Oh, great. The Instagram. I'll smile.
It's exciting. This is our first 90 News back in 2022. And how have you been? How was the holidays for you? I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I know, we took a little bit of a hiatus from the news. It was really nice taking some time off and, not working, spending time with the family and all that. But it's good to be back, and we're going to be bringing you lots of fun 90210 and 90s pop culture news this year. So welcome.
I just want to shout out our friend Kristen McIsaac.
Yes.
She sent me this little holiday decoration of Claire. I thought that was really sweet. I didn't put it on my tree. Sorry, Kristen. I just kept it right next to me. Anyway.
Cute.
All right. So why don't we get right into this?
Let's roll. Let's bring on our roving reporter, Larry Mollin, back in 2022.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Hi.
It is so good to see you, man.
Smiling faces, yeah.
It was a fun week, an interesting week. Larry and I did our first episode back of Beverly Hills 90210 show, and we had as a guest Catherine Kendall. Catherine Kendall Butler is her name now, or was always her name, I think. Actually, I think she was Butler before Kendall. And then, anyway, she's really a fantastic actress. She was really great in the episode that she did of 90210, playing Joan's daughter. Larry, did you enjoy catching up with Catherine all these years?
Yeah, I mean, we focused on the episode Made for Life, which was the third episode of season 7. I had never seen it before since it really aired, and it was really good and emotional. And then you had this kind of wild child girl, a daughter of Joan, Nat's bride-to-be and mother-to-be. And she's got a good secret, and she just was played. Oh, there's the new doggy.
That's the new puppy.
There she is.
Name that puppy, guys. Is it a female puppy?
She's a girl. Yes, I would love a
yes,
pop culture fun girl name. So
I'll get you one.
He's got to call it Claire, but
of course,
obviously.
I was going to go Willow.
You know what? I thought Willow too, or Betty. Yeah. She's not a Betty though. So
Willow for Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Anyway, back to Catherine Kendall, who was gorgeous in the show, and you should actually go back and watch this episode, because we cast her because she was a ballet dancer. Because we had some ideas in mind that we were going to basically pretend that Joan, her mother, thinks she's a ballet dancer, but in truth, she's an exotic dancer. But we wanted someone who could be limber enough, and boy, Catherine really pulls off some beautiful numbers. She moves beautifully. She looks fantastic, and today she doesn't look like she's aged a day. And
I have to tell you, I mean, she's stunning. You know what I mean? She's so beautiful. I mean,
if I had been there, I would have brought her back for sure. I mean,
and a beautiful person.
The other thing about her was before 90210, she had been sexually abused by Harvey Weinstein. Was one of the accusers. So we actually had a TMZ worthy moment there with her, and learned a little bit about her. I couldn't help but ask that question, though. I thought it was pretty telling in a way, because I asked her if she had ever done nudity. It
was an interesting question. Yeah.
Because I wondered that, because you certainly went as a young, and again, I prefaced it with the fact that I had been naked on stage all over Canada. So, that was the early 70s.
Love to see that footage.
So I wasn't like just talking from any, non-experience.
Sure.
But that, it was kind of came with the actor's bag of tools at that point. If you were doing serious films, you were going to be expected to do perhaps some nudity if you were young and beautiful. And so I knew that might be in there. And of course, that's always,
she also did
the Weinstein. That's like his radar's up.
Yeah, exactly. She also did the movie Swingers, which is a great really movie. She's so good in that, and it was
that's why we cast her, Pete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
We seen her in Swingers, and we said, "Oh yeah, we can get her. Great, let's cast her."
Yeah,
I mean, she came in and read, and she could do all the acrobatic things we wanted.
She's a sweet person.
It was a
good story.
Show.
Yeah,
it was a fun show. We never got to reflect, by the way, on 2021, which was we did some pretty big shows. We did Planet 90210 and all those fantastic people internationally who were with us on that show, and adding all to it. And
Then we
really
doubled
extended
down.
our reach, and we
We
doubled
doubled
down.
Double down. America's zip
America's
code.
50 fans from 50 states, 50 stars giving shout outs. It was a giant fun, and those people were wonderful, and hearing their stories was really amazing. It gives the show some, where it is in context today. Really gives a clear picture how much it meant to people. What it
Of course, the Story Slam and the development of Story Slam has been a blast as well.
Story Slam we did, and we did 3, and then we did a bonus Christmas one.
Why not?
Jason
Loved it.
and Catherine Cannon and Matthew Lawrence and the wonderful Jason Carter.
Yes.
Please, they settled into his new home in Albuquerque. People who live there, please stalk him. But because I know our friends in Louisiana are going to miss him, Caitlin Ryan. They were neighbors of his, and they would see him in Mater, Louisiana. But those are some wonderful shows. I only wish we could have a greater reach. I think we got to get the word out. If people love the show, they should be staying with us, and also review it on Apple Podcasts and rate it and stuff. We don't ask you to do that enough, but it means something, because we're not marketing hard enough on
we're not marketing hard enough.
Good content we have, because the Story Slams were wonderful. We had Jenny Garth narrating a story about her young self, Kelly Taylor. As Kelly Taylor, we had. And then that episode is amazing. And we had the wonderful Jonah Platt in it also, playing our friend Connor Furlong.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff, man.
And Jason, of course.
Anyway, I urge people to go back and look at that stuff. It's all on YouTube and the archive, and also on the Facebook page.
Absolutely. And we're going to start putting some clips together so that people know where these things come from. You know what I mean? We have to get some short clips and stuff together of like, oh, this was this episode. So said this, and start getting them in the universe again. We used to do that all the time here, and then real life started picking up, and and now we're back to this weird COVID land of things coming.
People should have nothing to do but listen to us now again.
That's it. Yeah,
everything else is good. I'm waiting for my new book to come out, Road to Shambhala. It'll be out in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to do some promotional stuff. I've got some bag of memorabilia stuff I haven't really gone through. Got to get Pete over here to kind of transfer some of the VCs.
I can't wait for this.
Dailies I have. I have no idea. Hopefully, I didn't tape over them. But
you never know.
Piece of our lives is now taking
30-year mystery bag of stuff.
We're taped over some WWF
scripts. Oh yeah,
research material.
It was already WWE when I was there.
Yeah,
it already changed over. It was corporate. Anyway, guys, it's great to see you. Anything else?
That's it. Oh, Melanie would like to know what you've been watching on TV during this last year.
Okay, what I turned off last night was the Lost Child or something on Netflix. With,
The Lost Daughter. I saw that.
Daughter, the wonderful Olivia Colman, but it was just like watching paint.
Fell flat.
It was so torturous.
Yeah.
And so we've been going through all these European detectives, and a lot of them are based on novels by Harlan Coben. So we're watching one now called Fake Close on Netflix. Yeah, which we like these things. They're about 8 episodes, and they have a lot of twists in them. But we're waiting for Ozark's coming out the 21st. So
can't wait.
I know. I'm really stoked about that. But
we'll do one a night.
Sometimes I do feel like with shows, with the way the streaming thing goes now, is like I haven't seen that in a couple of years at this point. So I almost have to go back and rewatch the. You know what I mean? What
did you see the last episode? Did you see the last season?
I think I did, but I don't remember it.
You're right. Yeah, you're probably right.
I have to go back.
Do a recap.
Yeah, definitely. Just quickly to know what's up.
It's Marty Bird and his wife.
Yeah, I love that show.
His wife is savage.
Yeah. I mean, that actress is so. What's her name again? Laura Linney. Oh, she is wonderful.
She's so good.
This week, Chuck and I are covering a show. We're looking at something from season 2 or 3 called, I think it's season 2 called Midlife Now What, and Gillespie is going to be joining us for a little bit on that because she's got a really beautiful part in that show, and we're still trying to get some more guests for this. So this should be a lot of fun, and we will catch back up with you soon, Larry, and all of your whereabouts and what's going on, and it should be a blast, man.
Thanks, man. Bye, everybody. Take care. All the news that's fit and lit.
All right. Bye, Larry. Thank you.
Always good to see our buddy Larry Mollin. And so, hey, Melanie, you do have a puppy at this point.
I do. She's not in here. She's peacefully laying down with the other dog in the other room, which is surprising. Yeah, she's very cute. I do need a name though. I need help. I need a name. She's a girl. She's black. She was a Tijuana street dog, so maybe something Mexican. I don't know, or something like 90s or pop culture. Throw them at me. Drop them in the comments.
That's it. I'm all about Willow.
Willow's cute. We were thinking Dora. She's very exploratory.
That's cool.
Dora the Explorer. That's kind of cute. But I don't know. We'll see.
That's very childlike.
You have to feel out their personality because she came to us as Rose, right? And obviously I'm Melanie Rose, so we can't have two roses in the house. Household. Conflict of interest, right? So
well, every rose has its thorn.
Every rose does have its thorn, and I've got a few of them. So
God almighty, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All right, let's look at
back, Pete.
It is really wonderful to be back here. Yes. Okay, let's see. This is where we're going to start.
Okay, this is fun. Okay. Tori was
and our buddy Darren Martin shared this. That's very
He
sweet.
did. And you know what? I also gave you a photo that I took from my actual TV when I watched her win. No, not it.
That's it.
Yes, there we go. She was playing for Every Mother Counts. She was on with Raven Simone and Tara Lipinski. And she won. She did great. I think she ended up with like $55,000 for her cause. She was really cute to watch, of course. She always is. Her personality shines through. And it was a great episode. It was being there with Raven and some other cool females was really neat. So
now I'm curious. Tori did not win this game, right? She won one round.
She won one of the rounds and did go to the bonus round, yes.
But I think Jenny Garth crushed it.
Jenny Garth crushed it. I would say if you're weighing the two of them, then Jenny definitely beat Tori. But you know what? Tori held her own. She did great.
Sure. In Wheel of Fortune. I think they need to do a big Pat say Jack. You need to do a big fucking this is really a good way of saying it. I just cursed in it. But Pat say Jack, you need to get all of them on and do a 90210 tournament and see who is the best at all of this.
Family Feud would actually be fun for the 90210 crew too. Like they could go against each other, or if they did like 90210 versus Melrose Place, or Beverly Hills 90210 versus 90210. I mean, so many possibilities. We should definitely.
We should totally be casting Family Feud. Okay.
I mean, obviously.
Somebody probably said "Holy 1990s." All right, let's see in the casting department at
Hey, speaking of 90s, I read an article in Adweek today. I posted on my Facebook. Marketers are not getting over the 90s. Like we keep bringing it back. It's so trendy and nostalgic still, and it's just not going anywhere. So.
I don't see it going anywhere either, Melanie, and here's why. Because in the 90s, the 60s were everywhere. 60s and 70s were always being referenced, and the people that were writing about their experiences in those time periods. Yep. And now that we're in the 2000 and whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? It's those people are writing and giving us the content that they grew up with, which happens to be 80s and 90s.
Yep.
So in 10 years, we'll be dealing with the OOs.
Right.
Which I don't know what came out of that, but there'll be something. I'm sure the OOs are like, can tell me 10 things that came out.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, so it's exciting. I think for all of us that grew up in the 90s, and me being one of them, I'm excited about all the content and to make some of the content as well. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So here, speaking of making content, here is our buddy Jason Priestley directed a project.
Keeper of the Cup, and it focuses on the Stanley Cup, and it's with William Shatner. Thanks to Larry for sharing that with us this morning so we could add it to the news. If you're a sports fan and you like hockey, you're going to have to check that out.
Listen, and we know how much Jason does, so you know that it's going to be passionate and fantastic, and I love Jason as a director, so I'm stoked to watch it. So
talented, got a good eye, all
of that shit. Okay, let's see. This is Maggie. I know them.
Yes, you texted that to me the other day. That is The Dark Side of the 90s on Hulu, a series that's streaming now. So go check it out. Obviously, there's some 90210 references in there. I haven't watched yet. Our friend Maggie, of course, did. So
hasn't that been out for a while?
I believe it was on Vice, maybe, or it's a spinoff of a show that was on Vice, Dark Side of the something.
Of the Ring, Dark Side of the Ring, which
Dark
is
Side of the Ring
stories.
Yep, exactly. So I think that they kind of did a play on that. I don't know if this was on Vice before or if it's originally Hulu. But is this the one that actually
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
did the thing with that we covered like months and months ago? Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
Charles is in there too.
definitely.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
I just don't know what episode, but he's in
Cool,
there.
cool shit. I mean, listen, I love Vice and all the content that they have there, so it's always exciting. Okay, let's talk about this.
Ooh, Pacerville coming to theater soon, of course, with our friend Brian Austin Green. Cannot wait to see him on the big screen. I might actually head out and, I don't know, take an afternoon off and go catch him in a matinee. That seems like it'd be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic film. He's fantastic in it. He's told me a lot about it. He's really proud of the work he did there, and it's going to be a really awesome fucking movie. And
Can't
I
wait.
know you gotta like a little bit of the scare factor and all that stuff. You have to be, but it is so good. And he is, I always say to Brian and to myself, like, you forget sometimes because we watch them in 90210 and it's this microcosm of the acting world, but he's such a talented actor. Everything that he did is great, and he's still able to perform and do awesome things in projects that people will care about and find interesting. So
And he looks good while doing it, just pointing out.
definitely. I mean, I'm not going to get further into that. I'll let you and your friend and everybody.
A little comment.
Yes.
Observation.
Okay. So I
Hey,
don't know
I
when
love
that
that
is
you
happening.
have all these picks today, by the way. Great job getting the picks together after our Twitter comments from like Rory or Kristen about,
It's not me. It's StreamYard, our wonderful hosting device that we use to do the show. Shout out to Dana Benz, who is one of our friends here at the StreamYard world. I am not working at StreamYard. I just meant she's at StreamYard. But anyway, they now have this thing where you can upload all the pictures at once, and it has totally made my life so much simpler. Thank you, StreamYard, for your help.
I think we can all appreciate this new development, Pete.
All right, let's see what we have. I hope this is like I'm missing a picture. Let's see.
Tiffany posted this week. Obviously love all the Saved by the Bell flashbacks, so that was really cute. And it looks like Mario Lopez is missing. AC Slater, where were you? We don't know. Probably
not invited. And I just would like to say, though this is going to be rude, and I just would like to say, Tiffany, I see that you always post your references to Saved by the Bell, and I think that your work on Saved by the Bell is good, okay, but it is such a different show than what Beverly Hills 90210 was. The work that you did on Beverly Hills 90210, sorry, as a compliment, so take it as a compliment, far exceeds anything that was done on Saved by the Bell, and that's no offense to. It's not diminishing. That work is very good, but there was so much texture. It was so layered. There was so much depth, I mean, and I can go through your whole run. So it's time that you let go of this, whatever your thing is with 90210, and come back.
Yeah,
and
come
start
talk to us.
Celebrating the work that you did on that show, because it is really incredible. I am really riled up about this because
Clearly. I mean, we got off the Tiffany train last year a little bit because we're like, fuck this.
But hold up.
She's not even talking to us.
Well, her PR people aren't talking to us. Tiffany might be like, I have no fucking idea that they asked me. You know what I mean? So like that might be a situation. But listen, I just think that, I mean, we all support her in all of her ventures, whether it's the Food Network or her books or the Saved by the Bell reboot. We're all down. Tiff, I mean, let's celebrate the work. It's so fucking good. You're so good. You're such a great
Valerie
actor.
Malone, solid.
Look what's coming. It's the 90s Con. We are not even being asked to promote this, but Melanie, tell me about this.
Yeah, it's in Hartford, Connecticut, March 11th, 12th, and 13th. So for anyone in that area or that would like to travel to that area, highly recommend. So there is an all-star lineup. Of course, there are no 90210 people in it, but let me share some names. Just a few, not all. Melissa Joan Hart, TLC, the Lawrence brothers, including Joey, Holly Marie Combs, Christina Ricci, Nev Campbell, Nick Carter, Joey Fatone, and many more. So again, check it out. Google 90s Con. Whole lineup's right there. It's some weird long website, so I'm not going to put that up. But yeah, 90s Con. If I could go, I would go. I mean, it's so many cool people. But again, where are the 90210 people? Nowhere.
Well, no, but listen. Well, here's an idea. Why don't they bring the Beverly Hills 90210 show, and we'll do a live thing in Hartford, Connecticut, promoting and plugging away at our show. Maybe we'll get someone 90210 to come with us. Anybody. This would be so much fun. So who's running this? This is 4E. That's Entertainment. Bring us in. We would love to bring the Beverly Hills 90210 show. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make that call today. Let's see what this is here now that we covered that. I am so stoked about this. I am so stoked about this, Melanie. You have no idea. Like I was obsessed with Crystal Pepsi when it was out originally. I ran I don't know if I can plug it right now and download it, but a couple of years ago, me and a friend of mine were working on a project where it was about old brands and what happened to them. And we started working on like a docuseries about that. And we put Crystal Pepsi in the foreground. I had to find it and special order it. It was like, it was a whole thing. You know what I mean? But so now it's back. It made my life so much easier.
But listen, don't get too excited. It might be back, but it's actually, you can't buy it. It's part of a contest where fans can win it by using the hashtag #ShowUsYour90s. So hashtag #ShowUsYour90s on Twitter. Pepsi wants people to post pictures of themselves in the 90s, and Pepsi will choose their favorite 300 photos. Those 300 people will each receive 6 20-ounce bottles of Crystal Pepsi, and the very first people to get their hands on it in years. So show us your 90s on Twitter. Maybe you'll win some Crystal Pepsi, but show us your 90s anyway, just because obviously we love the 90s. So
the fuck? Just
I know you can't just go buy it, right?
Contest bullshit.
Apparently, it must be in very high demand if they can't just sell it, or they're afraid that it won't sell because it's actually not that good.
Crystal Pepsi is better than Pepsi.
Is it? Does it? I don't know if I ever tried it. Does it taste like Pepsi or Sprite?
It does. It tastes more like Pepsi. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you
just got soda. So like,
yeah, not everything has everything
lemon lime.
No, and that is no lemon lime.
Not
in
lemon lime at all. Not
no,
citrus.
It's not lemon lime at all. It's right. It's just Pepsi without coloring. Okay, let's see.
Why do they put the coloring in anyway? It just doesn't even make sense. It's so bad.
I think we're just all used to it. Let's see. Let's see this. We saw that. How the fuck did that happen? All right, I must have skipped Crystal Pepsi. I'm really
StreamYard, right, Pete?
I'm kind of pissed right now about this Pepsi thing. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you can't buy it.
You know what? Actually, don't even do the hashtag. Don't even do the hashtag. Don't do any of the things that Melanie just said.
Boycott it.
Boycott it altogether. Make them bring it back. All right.
Okay.
See, when you don't have an ad-based program, you can say shit like that.
This is true. Okay, some Brian Austin Green news. He was actually trapped in his kid's school. Apparently, he was there doing some volunteering, painting, and they locked the gate to the parking lot. So I believe he posted a story saying that he was trapped there. So that
don't you think this is a little bit ridiculous for the headline? Like Brian was having so much fun with it. You know what I mean? Like let's.
Yeah, I mean it just goes to show, like the media craziness with and such. Oh, that's cute. That's Kathleen recreating her Expanse character. Expanse, which is streaming on Amazon Prime right now. Check it out if you haven't already. I see 2 hearts from Pete Ferrero there.
Always, Kathleen. There'll always be 2 hearts for you.
Always.
Let's see. And it's really great, by the way. The Expanse is looking good. It's great. Her work is so great. As always, she's a fantastic writer, one of my favorites, but also an even more incredible actor. And depending on what she's got going on, I can flip down and reverse that. So I like both equally is what I'm saying. All right. Let's see.
Oh, this is my Peter Krause news, obviously. They're actually in development for a follow-up on 6 Feet Under. They don't have a writer yet, but this is probably happening at HBO. Obviously, I love Peter Krause, Jay Thurman from Beverly Hills 90210. And also Michael C. Hall was in that show, who's now on the Dexter reboot on Showtime, which I've been enjoying. So just a little news, another show I used to love. Loved 6 Feet Under. The ending of it was one of my favorite endings ever. They tied it up all nicely in a bow, which makes me curious, like how they're going to revive it, but we'll see.
Incredible. Okay, let's see this. Tori's got Messiness out now.
Back. It's back on MTV. It airs Thursdays in January at 9 p.m. Pacific.
All right. And then we have this.
Gabrielle had a birthday this week, and she celebrated with a nice, mellow birthday dinner at home, which is how we should all be celebrating right now with this COVID sitch.
And Jenny shared that. Happy birthday, Gabrielle. We all love you here. Can't wait to have you back on the show.
Yes, hopefully soon.
All right, Melanie, I think that is all the news that there is right now. Isn't that true?
I think so. You know what? Let's just chat quickly about what we're watching. Pete, what have you been consuming for
The Sopranos? I started rewatching after I interviewed Jamie Lynn Sigler on Guest Star. By the way, everybody should go check out my Guest Star podcast. It's doing really great. We've had some great guests on it so far. I just did a deep dive and rewatched it. I just finished it. I had a little bout of the COVID remix, the Omicron, so I was down and out for a little bit there, and I started watching it, so that's what I've been watching. And something old is new again. How about you?
Okay, a couple things. First, Yellow Jackets on Showtime. I'm obsessed. Juliette Lewis, Melanie Linsky, Christina Ricci. It's kind of like a new adaptation on Lord of the Flies, a little bit psychological thriller, some mystery, some 90s high school girls getting in a plane crash and trapped somewhere. So I love everything about it. It drops weekly. Also watching Cobra Kai season 4 with my family, and Money Heist. I'm trying to get through to part 5. I love that on Netflix as well.
Very cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, let us know what you're watching. Follow us here and join in on the 90 News stuff. Melanie, with that.
Yes, with that, just really quick, thank you guys for sticking around. I know we took some time off, and we kind of do this as a hobby. So thank you for being so patient. And we're back. We're going to try to stick to every week. We may not every week. We might. We'll see. But either way, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. And with that, 9021 out.